Hello YouTube. Um, this is a review on a corresponding game that I played. It was a ranked Japanese 19 by 19 game with no handicaps, the normal 6.5 Komi. Analysis and conditional moves were enabled, and it was a Fisher 5-day starting with a day increase to a maximum of 1 week. A little bit of information, a little bit of a heads up with that. And this, I was in an 18Q, but that bumped me up to a 17Q. And my opponent now is 21Q. But in the beginning of this game, these were our ranks. And let's get started. We started out with a star points, and since my opponent is new, I'm guessing, and with his rank 21 now and rank 25 in the beginning, this isn't too weird to be able to see, but in the ranking that I'm at now, I believe this would be a little bit weird to see. But I tried just doing a simple, trying to reduce and gain more points. And my opponent I see now trying to do the same thing, but trying to go a little too much and allowing me to cut these stones and be able to just attack and have the space, and having my opponent have 2 cutting points. This was a good move to stop this cutting point, which would have been the best at some point of time, probably. Not at this time, because there was still good side points available before going to the middle. And as you see, I go with this point because even though these 2 points, these 2 areas on the bottom and the top have the same amount of potential, I believe this had the biggest potential for myself because most of my stones were down here, and I wanted more potential, try to have all of this potential. Compared to allowing my opponent, just trying to reduce my opponent's potential. I probably should have done that, but I'm not really sure what the difference would have been. But for myself, I believed this was the better move, and I didn't play here at the time because this had less, it was smaller in profit, I believe, than this. And if you guys want to learn my thought process of elimination, I can show you this article. I can send you guys the article or post it somewhere, or post it to present it. I might post it on the description if I can find it. And because I'm pretty sure I can post it because it's a public thing that you can find online, unless I'm not sure, but I'll try to post it. But let's keep going. I play here because I thought that was the best move, but now looking, this would have been better, because allowing me to still have this nice wall going this way, allowing my opponent to have this small area. But I also why I went here, because I still seen this and I can try to attack it and reduce it. And potentially whatever black had over here, allowing me to have stronger shape here. And then me attacking this side and also attacking this side probably. That's what happened, as you guys will see going forward. But this happened in a negative, and if my opponent was able to use this in its full value, it would have been really bad for me. But again, I could have still gone here, letting the stone not be connected as easily to this area, but still having access to these areas. Could have been just weird in the middle of the board. But I went here instead, trying to keep this space for myself and trying to make sure that this was alive, because I didn't want to try to attack, because I wasn't 100% alive yet. But my black went here, which I don't believe was the correct move he should have done. I believe going here, making a wall going out this way for himself, and making my space small. But him doing that was a good good wall for him to have all of this shape for right now. But I first wanted to attack here and make a small little space to really see what my opponent was capable of. Because one stone right here, I believe was not that significant, before I tried going over here and trying to make life and invest a lot of stones to try to make life over here, which would have been a lot more significant and would have really lost me the game if I played wrong. But my opponent playing this variation was good, because it made it harder for me to just easily make life in the corner, making me have to try to go out with what I believed to try to make life 2 eyes over here. But my opponent going here was a mistake, because I was able to go here even though he was able to Atari me back. I was able to make an eye and another eye over here easily. So this was alive. And I believe my opponent seen that. So they tried attacking these 3 stones. And again, making his wall big going over here. So before I even though I knew I had to come over here shortly, I wanted to come out a little, and even though I should have probably blocked, I wanted to come over here before it was too late for me to. And I wanted to also go over here because I knew I could have made a lot of profit over here if he tried coming over here, because I probably could have made enough, like 2 eyes here. Probably an eye easily here, maybe. No, probably not. But I could have probably made 2 eyes over here from how my opponent was playing. With this move, me playing right here, if my opponent played over here or over here, I had a lot of concerns of what black's best move could have been. So for those that are higher skill level than I, if you can put that under just the comments below, it would be greatly appreciated. Of if playing on this side or this side would have been, in theory, stronger. My opponent went over here, so I played here, trying to do a simple like box to have an eye over here and be able to try to branch out. Maybe even branch out in here and attack this to be able to make 2 eyes. But my opponent went here, which is good, not allowing me to have this corner, and then not allowing me to come out this way with this stone. But I made a mistake, I believe, going here. I believe I should have probably played here first to keep this alive and be able to try to come out and not allow my opponent to, I mean, he could still break out over here, but not really from over here. Because my opponent was able to now go over here, he was able to potentially make a huge profit over here while forcing me to scurry out and try to make a life. So again, I went here, which I believe was a mistake. I should have probably played here to try to cut, or probably simpler, playing here, which yes, would have allowed my opponent to maybe come over here or something, but allow me to have life and try to fight to still not let my opponent have all of this stuff. But again, I wanted to go simple and just come on out, knowingly I'll probably lose this stone. But at this point, it's just a stone, which my opponent did. They pinched, I believe it's called. And I'm like, okay, just do some forcing moves to make my opponent a little potentially weaker, maybe try to kill this group, but mainly to keep this nice and strong with this stone, which making my opponent have to go here a lot for a final move, not allowing me to take this, but allowing me to have Sente, which I played here, trying to reduce black's potential. So then playing this, allowing my opponent to have this shape, this space, made me so much happier and a lot less stress, because now this group was safer to be alive, and my opponent has now this alive and this needing to still be alive, because I'm not 100% convinced that it was alive. But I finished with this move because I didn't want black to be able to come on out and harass me. But this was a good move for black because an easy way to make some life. And I wanted to allow my opponent not to go this way by going right here, because this was less potential for me compared to here, which is so much more potential for me to just have a lot of points. So this was good for black, allowing black to have life right here. And but it made it, I think, better for me. I think it was way better for me because I was able to have this wall just spreading it this way more, make it harder for black to try to like come on inside of here somewhere and make more life. And also made it potentially easier for me to make this a little bit more easier alive from over here. But I believe this was a mistake now looking back, because black was able to go here, which I should have gone here, because black comes here, I can still go out and allow black to have just one point at a time, while I'm still able to protect this more and have all this to myself, or at least in theory. But I was able to have at least this more secure, this still pretty secure, except for this stone right here, but allowing black to have life instead of, again, trying to question, are you alive? But I went up here instead to not let black to be able to really come on out. And I believe this was a mistake. That could have gone here or maybe even here. This might have been a little over, because going here would have been really complicated. Yeah, that would have just been complicated. So again, try to make it easy for my opponent as well. Just go out here. And that's forcing me to have to really watch out for this, to let all of this to try to still stay alive, but allowing me to have, again, this wall to have all this potential. But again, black goes here, allowing me to go here. I went here, though again, I believe I should have probably just gone here, allowing black to have this smaller space, and maybe even going here afterwards to not have to worry about this, where I could have just gone out one more and then going here, to really letting just all of this be a little safer. But I went there, black going here, I believe, again, mistake. Should have gone out here, since I didn't try to go out to stop black from going out here. But with this variation, black was able to securely make a living shape over here, a living shape over here, a living shape over here. But white was able to securely keep all of this alive and making huge profit, which black couldn't handle, wouldn't be able to handle. But I believe this wasn't really needed at this time, because say if I just go right here or something and black goes here, I could go here, black can go again. Yeah, that would have been bad. But me going here, black going here, I could have been still perfectly safe. to still attack in here a little bit. So I could have gone out and done something, which I'd probably just say here, because this would have been the easiest for black to try to attack and make some life. But I'll go here, allowing black to come on in here. And then with this was a good, really good move, again, just like the coming over here. This move right here, because it's black has to try to make life. But I went here because this was bigger space than this. Because I could have gone here also, but this was smaller than this, it looked at least. This made it a little complicated. This could have made it a lot simpler for black, but black needed to be a little bit complicated. And with this variation, allowing me to have still a lot of territory, allowing black to potentially have territory in here, and reducing white's space, was great. But black's move next was not that great, coming here. And why is that? Because this move right here was a vital point for black to live. Because yes, black was able to go there, I was able to go here. But if black tried going here to have that one eye, I just need to go here. And black not being able to go here, having to go here first, having only one eye. Because again, if black goes here, I'm okay with this wall, and that's one extra, and that's just a wall going to the end, allowing me to still have all these points, not having to worry. But black goes there, and again, there's that same thing that if you want to go all the way to the end, I'm okay with. But this is when black started becoming a little chaotic. I thought black might have had some plan of forcing moves, but I see black didn't. It was most likely oh, I need to try to make life. If I play here, I'm okay. But then again, this is good because this is now just going completely to end game, allowing me to have some point, like making sure all this stuff is alive. But again, this is also a really good forcing move, because that's forcing potentially this one eye to connect with here to allow it 2 easy eyes, and lowering a lot more of my potential. And then I went here to try to reduce black's territory, but black goes here, which again, good. But me playing here kind of got me a little scared, because black might be able to play some forcing moves to really make me lose my 4 liberties and have all this stuff connect, and me being like stressed about, oh, now am I gonna have enough space to have enough points to be able to win, or at least have it close of a game. Because if black can gain all this, that is a huge loss for white. But seeing this move, thinking that he had something started. But going here, I believe might have been a mistake. Maybe going here would have been better. Because going like that to that, maybe going here, but black could have gone here. But yeah, no, black wouldn't have had enough to be able to make an attack, as we can now see. So it ended with this final move of here, and I played here because it just made it the simplest, I believed, where black wouldn't go here, black going here, putting me into Atari, putting himself also into Atari, and maybe I'm going to just take it. Or putting himself in Atari, me taking it. Or trying to escape, allowing me to come up, and then just him still trying to force himself to try to find life with this, and allowing me to have even more points. But this was again the final move, and that was with white, black resigning. And let's look at the estimating score. White with 72.5 points, with black having this. This was the biggest territory that he had, black had, and I would allow black to just have this, doing simple moves, not jeopardizing anything, because this all on its own was, as you see, enough for me to be able to win. If any of you guys have questions on moves that I played or moves that black played that might be puzzling you, you can ask me, and I can try to help as much as possible with an answer. Or if someone else sees the comment and can possibly give a better answer, that would be also greatly appreciated. Or if someone sees a move that I did not notice, that either black or white could have played to make it even better, where I didn't have to lose that 1 point, potentially, or lose more potential in this area, or this area, that would be great to also learn, for not just for myself, for also the others that are a little less experienced than others. But thank you guys for watching. If you would like to grow with me, I would love to grow with you guys as well, and the best way to grow with me is through subscribing and watching my videos weekly. I'm more than just weekly, but because I do it multiple days in a week, but basically weekly. And if I'm more than happy to do some teaching games. Either someone that's a weaker player than I'm okay with doing a teaching game with you. And if someone that is stronger than me, wants to play me as well, I'm okay with that. But it would be greatly appreciated if you did a review and I could um, that I can record. Uh, that would be greatly appreciated as well for all of us to be able to learn even more. Um, but I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.